G'day everyone, welcome back to another video. So today we've got a bit of a vlog and a bit of a how-to all-in-ones, but basically today I'm going to show you how I set up this blackworm tank. So basically we're going to be setting up a culture for our blackworms that I just got yesterday, and I really want to culture these to feed to all the fish that I want to breed in the near future. So we're going to start this culture, get it running, and then we'll have an unlimited supply of blackworms for all the fish we want to spawn and breed, which will be super fun. And basically I've already set it up, but I'm going to show you how I did it as I recorded the whole process, and it's really simple actually. There's only a couple things you'll need. You'll probably find them around the house or another fish tank. This is a fairly cheap setup, but we're going to dial down on any equipment as much as possible so that we can have a healthy environment for our blackworms and be able to harvest them whenever we want. So hope you enjoy the video, and with that said, I'm just going to get straight into it and show you guys how to make this blackworm culture. Alright, so we got the tank here. What you're going to need first off is a tank, or it could be a container, whatever you want. Make sure there's no chemicals that could leak into it. So a fish tank's perfect. That's what we're going to be using for today. So the first step, we're going to grab some gravel. It can be smooth, it can be sharp, not too sharp of course. This is like natural gravel, so this should be fine. This has bits and pieces. Honestly, it's going to be fine for the blackworms. They're not too fussy, and it's just from my pond, so you could always get brand new gravel or gravel from a tank, and that'll work just as fine. So pour that into the tank, just pour the whole thing in, and then you want to even it out. Now you only need a thin layer of this. It doesn't have to be perfect at all, and the reason it's really shallow is because we're going to be mixing the gravel around every couple days or so, just so that all the worms can break apart and then turn into two, because that's how blackworms actually reproduce. So break themselves into two pieces, or they might get ripped into two pieces by a fish or us, which is what we're doing when we're mixing them. Therefore you multiply the amount, and then they'll grow back, and then you'll have tons of blackworms in the tank, in the culture. So really all we got to do next is go get some cycled aquarium water from another aquarium, and we're going to fill up the water only to about this level here. That's all we really need to do, because they don't need any height to the actual water. I just recommend you have some height to the tank, just in case if you get a super shallow container, then you can't really have room for the water, and maybe some surface area too. And just like that, it's perfect timing. It's raining just now, and we're going to bring this in and we're going to fill it up with water, and then I'm going to show you what to do from there. Okay, so we have the tank filled with water. I know it's super low, but it's just going to be making it easier when we harvest the actual blackworms in the future. So I'm going to keep it super shallow. What we're going to do now is really there's only two more things we need to do. So the first thing we need to do is add a filter. So I'm just going to use a cheap Kmart internal filter, nothing fancy at all. Just find whatever's cheapest, and as long as it does the job, then that'll be fine for some live blackworms. Yes, you do need a filter. Well, you probably should with live blackworms, just because they're living and they are aquatic, so they are prone to ammonia and all that sort of thing. So this has filter media that has been running in another internal filter, so you want to make sure that the tank is cycled before you do add any live blackworms, otherwise they might die. So yeah, just maybe get a sponge filter from another tank, or some filter media from another filter, and just squeeze that in the water, and that'll be good enough anyway. So what we're going to do now is install the filter. Since it's really shallow, we're just going to have it going off to the side like that, and then we're going to add the live blackworms. So let's go do it. Alright, and just like that, we got the filter installed in the tank. Really simple filter, and now it's time to add the blackworms. So I actually bought a lot of them, probably like 3 packs of them, so we're gonna have a lot, and they should start multiplying really soon. So since I have breeding projects that are happening very shortly in the upcoming weeks, this is gonna be super handy. And yeah, I'm super excited to have an endless supply of these live blackworms. First of all, put a few cups of this tank water into the bloodworm water and make sure they acclimate a little. You don't have to be too fussy with these at all. They'll basically adjust to any water parameters. We don't need a heater at all in this tank, so they don't need to be heated. In fact, I bought these and they were stored in the refrigerator, so it might matter if it gets a bit too warm. Other than that, we're gonna add the blackworms in, and let's see what they look like when they're added into the tank. Time to put them in. Now when you add the blackworms to your tank, almost straight away they're going to disappear into the substrate, and then to harvest these guys, all you need to do really is just give it time and mix the substrate every couple days, and then when it is time to harvest, you want to get some live blackworms from it. And what you do is you grab a pipette. So this guy right here, or an incubator, just take out the air and then suck in the water where all the blackworms are, and suck some of them in. And I'll just suck some that I just added. You can see just in there we got a bunch of live blackworms, and we can feed this to the fish now. So that's basically how to set up a pretty simple blackworm culture tank. You could call it whatever you want to call it, but yeah, this was really fun to make, and this will definitely help out with breeding some of the fish in the fish collection. So have an awesome day. Thanks for watching again, and I'll see you all in the next video.